Welcome, man. Let's wake up. Let's get at it. How are we doing today? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Here we go. Another blessed, beautiful, wonderful day. Are you with me, people? Are you with me? Let's get on this. Let's get on this journey. Let's get on this trip. Let's get on this grind. You know what we do? Every day, every morning, without question. Welcome in. Welcome into the morning walk and talk. Where I'm going on, same place every morning, man. Same place every morning. Same place. We're headed to success, baby. Always going to success. I'm on this morning walk and talk. Welcome in, guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being up. Where y'all at? Where y'all checking in from? What time is it? Where y'all coming in from, guys? What's going on? Good morning. Good morning, good morning. Now, I head up to the top of a little neighborhood, little area of the community I live in. We got a decent view. I get up here in the top of the morning, taking the blessings, feeling the grace of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, thanking him for everything that he's ever done for me. It is 3:30, all right. Thanking him for the way he continues to bless and lead me, appreciating his essence and his power and glory in my life. And then I get started on this journey, understanding that anything that I look to achieve, I need to work for. So, up here this morning, good morning, fam. What's going on, everybody? Don't believe I had an incident last stream. I'm not sure that was me. Usually the biggest incident I have is some malfunction with the technology. But here we go. Take a look, guys. Y'all know what I do. Come up here to the top of my little hill. Look around. Enjoy that view. Just kind of say good morning, good morning. Let's be blessed, people. Let's be blessed. Everybody feeling good? All right. Now, I don't remember walking into a pole, but please remind me. So, again, thank you everyone for being here. Always, guys, let me know where you're checking in from. Let me know what time it is where you are. Let me know exactly if you guys got anything planned for the day. Is it the middle of the day, start of the day, end of the day for you? Let's get up. Let's get going, people. From Africa, what part of Africa? What part of Africa, Black? Pharaoh. 133 Washington State. That's what's up. You're on a whole other side of the country. Are you just now getting up, Pharaoh? Or is this the end of your day? 4 a.m. Yep, it is 4:34 a.m. here on the East Coast, United States. It's getting warmer. It's one of the warmer mornings of the year. Where y'all checking in from, man? What y'all got going on today? You know, we do this walk and talk. I'm always about encouraging people, speaking towards blessings and grace, speaking on discipline and growth, going on this journey together. Helping to grow, constantly focus on development and upward movement. 10:30 a.m. All right. In Johannesburg, You moderate for other channels, just surfing. All right, thanks for stopping in. I appreciate you. Scott, my man, what's going on? Good morning. You're quitting the international. Does that mean the international streaming? Oh, you're quitting the internet and social. I'm sorry. Outside of 4 a.m., man, being blessed. All right, so why are you quitting? Why are you quitting internet and social? If you don't mind me asking, Scott. Everything okay? Thank you very much, Isaac. I don't know if that was for Isaac or for Scott. That was for me or for Scott. Hello, good morning. Look like mad. Everything good. Internet has become dangerous though. All right, man, be safe in whatever, any endeavors you get into. Keep in mind, man, that your focus is always going to be the same. Make sure you continue to follow your path, maintain your discipline. Remember, it's 4 pillars. For discipline, you're going to have repetition, consistency, patience, and perseverance, man. I wish you the best and God bless you, man. And remember, in my bio, if you ever want to reach out, right in my bio, you can go in there, you can see the email. You can contact us at BNV Finance Fixers. No problem, all right? Thank you, man. I love having you a part of the channel and the chat in the morning. I'm gonna miss you, man. All right? Who else we got there this morning? Jamal. All right. Is that Tori? Toby? That's not a real question, DC. What we have is what we have on earth is we have ourselves, man. We have ourselves. And then we have this purpose that we live. And the purpose that we live, if any of you were able to watch the trailer coming in, it's not really about soulmates. It's about the energy that you put out in the universe and then what returns to you. Because your thoughts, your actions, and your words are all energies. They're all ways of creating. They come from the imagination. And so the things that you put out there are what come back to you. And so what you're looking for, you'll find based on what you're truly seeking, right? So a lot of times, like, that's why I say your words, your thoughts, and your actions, because we can say things and we can think things, but then we do things. And if the things we think and the things we say don't match with what we do, then the results will show, right? So you can say you want to be, fit. You can think about being fit, but then you don't take fit actions, right? The actions you take are to be unfit, to be unhealthy. Then that's what the results are. That's what we end up having. That's what we end up achieving is a low degree of health and fitness. That's not because you don't want to be fit. It's not because you don't think about being fit. It's because your decision is your behavior, right? And you haven't made a decision until you've taken the action. And quite often, people say, "Oh, well, I didn't decide this." Of course you did. Of course you did. There's this quote that says, "What you're not changing, you're choosing." And so there are actions that we have to be accountable for. We have to be responsible to ourselves for those actions. Finlanda, hello, Toby. All right, and 54321 to action. That's a great thing. I recommended that a few days ago. That's one of Tim Robbins' old hacks, just for being creative and active, making sure you're taking actual action. Correct. We have a diet of consumption. We consume more than just food. So what we choose to bring into our body versus through the food we eat or the actions we take, they are the same. You are your soul. That's the essence of who you are. I am definitely in the United States on the East Coast. Where are you connecting from, Justice? I don't know if I saw you say where you were from. So one of the things that we have to understand, and this is kind of what this morning's talk is about, North Carolina for Doug. Is that Daniel, North Carolina? Good morning, Daniel. Thank you for checking in from North Carolina. So the thing is, man, as much as we say we want to do things, guys, and as always, guys, this is the 4:30 wake up call. What I do here is always the same. We take this walk. It's 30 minutes. I'm on here from 4:30 to 5. I'm not going to be here for 4 or 5 hours, but I like to get up in the morning. So no matter where you are in the world, no matter where you're checking in from, just to offer you some encouragement and motivation, understanding that the day keeps going. For some people, this is the beginning of their day. For some people, it's the end of their day. But whatever part of the day it is for you, I want you to remember that we all have a purpose. We need to have a purpose in our life. And when we identify our purpose, we can work towards our purpose. The benefit of knowing our purpose and working towards our purpose is it allows for us to be more powerful, right? It allows for us to be more intentional. It allows for us to know that the actions that we're taking are not just solely for the purposes of taking action. And so I want to encourage you, for those of you who are out there and you're in the middle of the day and it's getting tough and you have your own struggles, you have the things that you're working for, keep in mind, life doesn't care. Life is not here to destroy you. Life is not here to hold you back. Life is life. Life is just everything that's out there. The biggest challenges you'll face are when you want something. When you decide that you want to achieve something, it doesn't matter if it's a baby deciding that they want to get to a cookie and they're tired of people sitting it up high. And so this baby wants to learn how to climb and use tools. And it doesn't matter if you're trying to purchase a house or purchase a car. When you make up in your mind that you want something, in order for it to happen, until you take actions, it's just a choice. It's not a decision. Decisions are driven by action. So you must become proactive about doing it. You must become intentional. And this has to carry throughout your day. Because if you don't have a why, if you don't have a true purpose, if you don't have an understanding or something to foundate you or ground you and offer you stability in that space, you will just wander around in it. You won't take full control over it. You won't settle into it, and you won't be committed to it, because there'll be tough days. There'll be tough nights. There'll be tough evenings. There'll be difficult conversations, difficult decisions. Not everything is going to be perfect, but it will require of you to continue to go out and do the work necessary to achieve those goals. So I'm here to encourage you guys in the morning, right? I'm excited about my morning. I'm excited about my day. I'm excited about the things that are coming into my life and the things that in the past have been negative that are constantly being removed from my life. I'm excited about the ability to learn, grow, and shape my future, understanding my purpose and knowing why I'm here, who I'm here to serve, and how I need to do that work. So I like to share that excitement. I like to bring it into the journey. I like to invite you guys into this part of my journey in the morning and encourage you to continue to do the same, guys. It's always a blessing to be able to have like-minded people share with you on what we're looking to achieve, how we're looking to grow. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for being here. So one of the things that's going to be really important, guys, some of the things that I like, so like what I like to talk about, the things I like to focus on are the things that are going to have to do with discipline, right? And discipline is very simple. And as you develop this discipline, you can implement this discipline in different areas in your life, and it can allow for you to grow. It'll allow for you to take charge of your life. It'll allow for you to take charge of your direction, and it'll allow for you to be able to speak more clearly and more directly to those actions every day that you take. Because by working on yourself versus working on someone else's purpose or working towards someone else's goal, it makes you It makes you the captain of your own ship, right? But here's one of the things that has to be important. And this is where I think a lot of people miss out. I think it's the area that a lot of people struggle with. One of the things you have to make sure you do is you have to identify your purpose. You have to identify where you're going. The difficult thing for a lot of people, and why most people do not arrive at a destination, or do not reach completion, or feel like they're constantly chasing or running after something, is because they don't have a destination, right? They don't have a goal. If you don't know exactly where you're going, if you don't know what it is you're trying to achieve, if you don't know what it is that you're working for and why you're working for it, how do you know when you get there? And that's the question that so many people have to try to figure out. That's the thing that people have to try to understand is, hey, what am I actually doing? What am I doing? Why am I doing it? Because without that, we're just getting up. And that's why they call it a rat race, because you're just out there, you're running, and you're running and running and running. And then we believe that the act of running is the purpose. We believe that just getting up, going out, working hard, there's a saying that says, hey, hard work is its own reward. So here's the thing. Here's the thing, guys, because I grew up in the generation that says hard work is its own reward. There is a reward for hard work, but hard work on what, right? Hard work is its own reward when you are working on yourself, because you have to understand, you don't work hard for other people without reimbursement, right? What do we have on there? What do you overcome the distractions from discipline? Cheat days. How do you remove cheat days? All right, so what's that name? That's Simple Chris. Okay, I don't know if you're still on there, Simple Chris, but I'm gonna get to that because that falls right in line with my fitness, with what I did as a personal trainer for many years. And so I wanna finish this thought up though. I simply wanna say, you need to learn to work hard on yourself, because when working hard on other people's purpose, like if you work hard on your job, yeah, but you're not working hard on you on your job. You're working hard on someone else's purpose. If that's not your business, that's someone else's business. And the hard work that you're doing is designed to fulfill their purpose, to further their life, to build their family's generational wealth. So you're working hard and you're exchanging your time for their money. But in order for you to truly find value and purpose, in order for you to truly work towards your purpose and find value and worth in what you're doing, then you need to be the thing you're working on. When it comes to overcoming cheat days, when it comes to having a consistency and a discipline, is this the fitness goal, Simple Chris? Because if it's about fitness, it's about making sure we set the appropriate expectations, right? And so a lot of times what sets us up for failure is we have an expectation of ourselves and we set this high mark and this high bar, but we don't have the ability to reach that mark or bar, right? So let's talk about fitness and business. There are two sides to it, right? There are two things that we have to keep in mind. The one side that we have to always keep in mind is the body craves success. The body wants to feed off success. So every time you do something and you're successful, the body gives you a shot. It's like, boom, you did that. I want to do that again because now I know I can do that. What else can I do? The next thing that the body feeds off of is challenge. But you have to challenge yourself in the right window. You have to challenge yourself with something that's hard enough for you to have to work to achieve, right? But also within the realm of your ability to prove you can achieve. Because the more you achieve, the more your mindset will change. This is very rarely about the actual activity that we're doing. It's about the mindset. It's about the understanding of capabilities. And it's about setting the appropriate marks and challenging ourselves appropriately to achieve those goals. Human race, There isn't one if we don't know what it is we're trying to achieve. All right, Daniel, kind of bleak. I'm not sure exactly what you're saying, Daniel, but there is a purpose in your life, and there's a purpose you serve, and there's a purpose for your existence. You have to find yours. If you don't believe that there's a purpose in life in general, then it can lead to depression. It can lead to the feeling of worthlessness or oblique or what's the word that I'm looking for? The dystopian view, right? So simple, Chris. I do good, go out, celebrate, lose focus, spend money, miss the gym, and find myself playing catch up after missing 2 days, recovering when I was just so disciplined. All right, I need new methods of saying no. All right, okay, so here's the thing. Dude, simple Chris, I hear you. It's not really new methods of saying no, right? You need to understand whether or not what you're doing in your gym and your business is really your purpose, right? What you're doing on your fitness goals and in your business, are they truly your purpose? Now, there are a lot of other areas in life where things may be going on, right? This might not be, so this is why it's so important. This may not be about the gym or the business, right? You have to sit down because there's more than just, so your business, the business that you do uses your knowledge, right? It uses the stuff that you've learned and the stuff that you've been taught and the things that you know with a tool set to provide services or to provide to provide products to a community. That's your business. That's the work that you do, right? The gym is fitness. That's your physical. You know, I work out on my body. I do my squats and do all of this work, right? And now you still have the emotional part of you. You still have the spiritual part of you, right? And you still have the mental part of you, right? Mental is not what you do for work. Your mental part, your mentality is how you see things, right? It's how you think. How do you process information? It's how does your brain function? So if you need a new way to say no, we have to question, how is my brain functioning? Why is my brain functioning this way? Why do I feel this way? Why do I repeat this cycle? It's all internal, right? We got to look inside. And then you have to understand that there's an emotional part of it. Is there something emotionally that's pulling you away from what you want to focus on, what you want to be disciplined on? Because if there's an emotional issue, completely different. We spoke about this before. It's hard, right? Emotion is one of the most difficult ways, one of the highest controlling factors of individual success because, emotion is not rooted in any rational understanding, right? It's rooted in what the body wants, what it desires, right? And then the emotion of either obtaining or not obtaining that thing can be very, very difficult, right? And then the last part, simple Chris, is simply going to be, after we deal with that, we have to deal with the spiritual part of it. Are we spiritually grounded? Have we done work to understand that there's a part of us, that part that I believe it was Daniel who said, oh, to the life there is no purpose, there is nothing. That comes from the spirit. What's the point? Why am I trying, right? And so we have to find and connect with what's bigger than us. We have to find and connect with the spiritual understanding of ourself so we can apply that to our purpose. Now, once we start doing this, the different ways in which to say no, you can find within the discipline dividend, right? And it's really 4 pillars. It's repetition, consistency, patience, and perseverance. 1, don't punish yourself because you miss a day, right? Maybe if you're working out and doing business 7 days a week, maybe you need to be working out and doing business 5 days a week, right? Not a problem doing 5 versus 7. Then the other thing you need to figure out is, when I go out and I don't work out, what's important to me. If my fitness and my fitness goals and my lifestyle are important to me, I can go out without violating that. There are options. Spending time with people who care about you and who care about your goals. Be around people who are like-minded, because it's very difficult to maintain that when you're around people who don't share in that belief of that goal, and they don't see the world and they don't see for you the same things you see for you, right? And it's really a challenge. Hello, Spain, how are you doing? That is Unknown 35, good morning. Mr. Unknown, welcome back in. All right, and so one of the things that you have to keep in mind, Simple Chris, is that because there are all of those aspects of yourself to work on, and this applies to everyone, we all have to be mindful of this. We are more than just what we do. We're more than just what we eat. There are aspects of us as humans that we have to look at, right? And this is the component of leadership that I always share about being self-aware and self-accountable, right? So you can be self-aware, and self-aware simply says, hey man, 2 days a week, like 2 days, I can grind for 10 days, I can grind for 12 days, but then for 2 days, I stop grinding, right? And now I feel like I'm back at square one. Don't do that then. Make it intentional. Program those 2 days in there. Make those 2 days of not grinding an opportunity for you to work on other areas of yourself that allow for you to connect emotionally with people, allows for you to connect with yourself mentally, allows for you to connect with yourself spiritually, allows for you to find time and look at differences in people who are out there who may be on the same journey you're on, where you get the opportunity to reset. Because when you're grinding, there is a reason it's called a grind. You cannot consistently be under a grind. And we understand this because it wears you down. It tears you down. It impacts you in a great way. It's like grinding gears in a car. I don't know if anybody out there in the chat is familiar with cars or working in rock quarries or stone masonry. When you start to grind something, when you start to grind something down, everything involved with it gets worn. The thing that you're grinding gets worn. The thing that you're grinding with gets worn. It gets hot. It's like it throws up dust. It's chaotic, and you have to reset. You have to reset. You have to take a moment to stop, to clean everything off. Take a look, see where are we going? Do we need to course correct? Do we need to make changes? Are we still on the same path? Are we making progress in the time in which we want to? So when you're grinding, especially if you're grinding both in your physical fitness, that means that you're grinding, if you're committed to your fitness, Simple Chris, that means you're also grinding when it comes to your diet, and you're maintaining a consistency in that space. And the hard work needs to go first. You do the hard work in the beginning so it becomes easier later. But if you're constantly under the grind and you're constantly under the press, it will destroy you. It will destroy you. So you must intention with intention. And if you take a look at the most successful people in the world in any aspect, in any area, you must intentionally find time to take space. You must intentionally find time to work on taking a breath, coming up and being, whew. And in that process, enjoy the progress that you've made. Because if you are grinding and you're working and you're on your purpose and you have a goal and you know what it is, as you focus on that, as you continue to do the work that you do, as you continue to grow, you will identify where the areas are where you're making progress. Guys, it's always a blessing to be out here with you. As you know, I'm here every morning from 4:30 to 5 a.m. I want to continue to encourage you guys to believe in yourself. I'm getting ready to check off of here. Hey, it was a pleasure speaking to you all. Remember that there are 4 pillars to discipline. Once you have discipline, you can build success on your way to mastery. It's very simple. It is repetition, consistency, follow that up with patience and perseverance. As you do that in any arena that you go into, you give yourself the opportunity to truly be successful. God bless you guys. Take care. Have a great rest of your day. I'll see you tomorrow.